Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Moses. I'm back again with a new video. Okay, in today's video, I want to talk about the new plugin I added to the toolbox the other day. Well, for me, it's a new plugin. It's not a new plugin. It's been out for like over a year. The STL Control Hub. Okay, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about it. This is not going to be a review. If you have somebody you've been sitting on the fence about this plugin like I was, it's only one plugin, 7 modules. Why is it so special? Why is it so expensive? $200 for this plugin, like USD. That's about 260, 250 Canadian dollars for one plugin. I said, no, I'm not buying. So during the weekend, the July 1st weekend, I saw that there's a sale going on, 50% off. Download the trial version. If I like it, I'm gonna go buy it. Eventually, I liked it. And as a matter of fact, as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm speaking through the chain that I kind of cook up in Control Hub, all right? So I'm gonna show you what my original talking vocal chain used to be like and what it is like right now using the STL Control Hub. Is it really better? Is it okay? Honestly, I think I like it. I like the way my voice sounds right now with the Control Hub, especially the preamp, the color module that they added into it. Let's just leave all of that aside and get into Logic. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. So right now, you're listening to Control Hub. Now let's go to my original vocal chain, okay? So here is my original vocal chain. 1, 2. You can hear the voice. You can hear me properly, right? Okay, cool. Not too bad. Not bad at all like that, right? Come on, listen to this one. The chest, the voice, the bass, everything just kind of balances a little bit. I like my voice better right here listening to these. It feels so much listenable to me. I am one of those people who hate listening back to their own voices. That's why I really don't sing. Yeah. But I like the way this brings my voice out. That vibe, that color, that drive, it brings everything, every nuances of my vocals. It brings it out. Let me go back to my original vocal chain. BX console for some gating, Pro EQ, Pro Q to just do a bunch of cutting. And then we have the Mag EQ and adding some hair, Neo doing a bit of compression every now and then. You can see the needle barely moving. Tube EQ, De-Esser, S's, all of those S's. And another compressor at the last, adding some gain and just compressing every now and then if the peaks are getting super loud. And that's my previous chain, just basic chain to kind of do voiceover. Now we are on the STL Control Hub. So I kind of try to match the volume as much as I can possibly match the volume. The volume is not crazy different, right? You can go back and forth, just keep back and forth with the way my voice sounds with this one. I like the way it sounds on STL Control Hub, and I think I can attribute it to the color module. This color module is what is giving my voice life right now. I don't know where my voice will be without this color module. You can try this color module on a bunch of things. I really haven't tried it on a lot of work yet, but I think it's going to do a lot of saturation and whatnot with this module. All right, so looking at this stuff, I already dialed in my setting, my favorite setting that I will use. I saved it already. Mo Talks pre-EQ. All right, so there's 2 EQ modules, the pre-EQ and the master EQ. Each of the EQ module can also be seen on the on this screen right here with this some parametric or whatever you want to call it. This is, what's this called? I can't remember the name of what it's called. This is definitely not graphic, but you have control over everything here. And you can also, just like Fab Filter, you can also solo each of the band. You can hear what it's doing, but like you can see, it solos that out, and you probably couldn't hear me at all on that one. So the pre-EQ, again, low cut, high cut, high pass, low pass. You can change, the Q of that filter right here, how wide you want to go without filter. You can do that right here, and this can go all the way to, like, God knows, let's see, I'm at 100 right now. It goes up all the way to it goes all the way to 22. This one possibly goes from 22 down as well to wherever, right? It goes all the way down to let's say also down to 20, so 3 more EQ points. You can select widen, you can shelve, you can, broaden the Q, you can narrow the Q. Kind of using all 3 of them, cutting some lows, rumbles, some room resonance, some nasal frequencies, adding a little bit of, body on the vocals where my 1K is, where the voice is actively heard, and cutting out some of the top end as well that probably don't really need, and avoid all of the S's. But like I told you before, the color module is where everything is happening. Right here, if I turn off this color module, everything is gone. Like my voice is gone. It's driving gain to it. It's adding bass to my voice. It's adding a little bit of treble because again, I don't want it to be too bright and ash, right? I like the way it is right now. I'm adding some tape and I'm adding some tube to it and driving it a little bit as well. Once I turn it off, you probably wouldn't hear anything. Let's go. So I've turned off everything, and I'm just speaking directly to the mic so you guys can possibly hear me at all right now because I'm not driving my gain super crazy. That's the color module. The color module is the juice, man. It's the juice. Dynamics. In the dynamic section, we have 3 modules. All right. So we have the transient designer for some drums. We have compressor, and we have a De-Esser as well. So the moment I say anything S, it's De-Esser. I found my own frequency that works on my vocals. Right around the 4K region, usually for the male vocals, around the 4K, 5K region. 3, 4, 5, you'll be fine. Female, maybe 4, 5, 6, depending on the vocalist. You find some frequencies for the S is there right there that you can cut out. And then I'm just, compressing a little bit of compression, 3 dB, 4, 5, making maximum of like 6 dB if I'm shouting. But I'm not going to shout every time. So it's going to just make sure I'm on point every now and then. Transient design, I'm not using it right here because I'm not working on anything that has crazy sound transients. I'm just my voice right here. And you can see because I'm driving the color into the compressor, I had to back out the input gain a little bit. I backed out the input gain a little bit. Pretty decently fast attack. Quick release as well, and then we go to the master EQ. So when I go to the master EQ, you can also click on the master EQ here, and then again just another tiny bit of high passing, some low passing as well. And I'm also adding some top end and cutting out a little bit of maybe ashness in my voice right there. As I'm boosting, I'm attenuating. That's the Pultec style, EQing. Boosting and attenuating around the same region, gives you that smooth top end that is not super ash. That's how I like to do it. And I said I'm not using everything on this module. I think I have one more left, one more EQ point that I could use if I want to use that. And as I'm moving any point here, it's moving it on these things as well as I'm moving any points. All right, so and then the last module right here, we have the effect module. The effect module has delay and the reverb. And the cool thing about this thing is like you can use both the delay and the reverb at the same time. It's not like once you pick a reverb, you can only use a reverb, and once you pick a delay, you can only use a delay. So you can see reverb module, you can click on it. You can change it to a delay module. When you're in a delay module, it has different units, right? Reflection unit, analog unit. So 2 modules, 2 units, right? Reflection and analog. And each of the units now has types inside. So if you're in reflection, you have AM radio, ambience, analog delay, cheap tape, blah, blah, blah. It goes on like that, right? God. Okay, now back to AM radio. And now when you go to analog, then you have analog and analog no-fi. Just so the only 2 type that you have inside of analog. And then you can change your time if you're in BPM sync, or you can change your time. And if you don't want to be on BPM sync, you can use the time here to change your time right here. So you're here, you can change your time with these to match the tempo you are in, your mix knob and your feedback knob. This mix knob and feedback knob, it's only when you are in the delay function. The moment you switch to the reverb function, it has changed to a mix knob again, pre-delay, and now a length. Length is like the length of the reverb, right? The reverb time. But I think the modulation and the filter knob, the filters here are not different when you are in the delay and in the reverb. It works for both the entire effect unit right here. That's what that one is doing. It's not changing for like I'm filtering only for the reverb, and I'm filtering only, or I'm not filtering for like the delay. It's doing for pretty much both. That at least that's what I think I found out on that. So when I switch these again, you can have, yeah, and we have this ping pong thing there. That one is interesting to me because I didn't really hear any ping pong, but maybe you should go try it and let me know what you find. But I didn't hear any ping pong. I'm still hearing a normal delay. I didn't hear a ping pong delay at all on that one. Let's go to the reverb section. With the reverb, they have different units. When I click on the unit right here, you see Evan, Hele. Evan has plate, room, hall, chamber. Hele, hall, plate, room, space. Lexicon, the room, the plate, the hall, the chamber. And this one is the STL 250. I'm not sure, it could be their own STL reverb or something like that. They have a plate, the room, the hall, and the chamber. The valley model. This one has some ambience, chamber, chaotic hall, concert hall, plate, room, sanctuary, smooth plate. For the valley rooms as well, has some, good stuff on that one as well. So, and you can also select, once you select this one is micro, that's another model, has different room. So when you are in each of these things, you can select which one you want to work with, and then you can select the time. The time is either short time, long time, or medium. But even with that, you can still be on short time and still control the length that you want. So I can be on short time right here. If I turn this on, and again, you can turn both, either reverb on or either delay on. And we have the medium, but medium as well has some more stuff to it. This is just lexicon reverb that we're listening to. This is micro, room. This is STL. I mean, I'm not gonna go through all these guys. It's gonna be too much. It's probably gonna be too long already. But I think it sounds good. If I go to my other setup, my other preset for the mosings, right here, this is the one that I'll probably use for maybe when I want to sing. So I'll probably just pull this up and I'll just put it on the vocal, put it on anybody who wants to record quickly, get a sound, if they want all of the reverb, if they want the delays and whatnot, right? And I can just, play along with them, or if there is a 2-track on the ground, right? Yeah, I mean, it just sends you straight into that mode already. There's a little bit of difference in my EQing on this one compared to my talk preset. But you guys already probably know the reason why it's a bit different. So we don't need to go into that. All right, so I'm going to go back. So we're back in the other preset right here. Really easy peasy. Now I can throw in just one plugin on a vocal chain for somebody who wants to record, and automatically they are feeling confident. One plugin, I don't need to mess around, trying to figure out, go from one plugin to the other. I have everything right in front of me, So I think it's cool. I think it's dope. The only thing I don't like is the fact that they could make some of this EQ dynamic EQing. There should be an option where you can have some dynamic EQing in here that you can work on, that you can work with, just like the Fab Filter dynamic EQing for each of the point. The other thing I don't like, honestly, is the fact that I cannot change the location of this module. So the pre-EQ before the color before the compressor before the EQ before the effect. What if I want to use STL tones only for the effect, and then I want to drive after the effect and distort it? I want my color to be after the effect. You know what I'm saying? I wish I can drag this thing around and change the location of things, but unfortunately I can do that. I think they may be able to do that in the next revision of this plugin. The last module, the limiter module, just common limiter, the release, the threshold, and the ceiling. I think it works really nice as well. And you have a stereo knob right here. This one is just a balance. It's not a stereo width that is widening things for you. It's not widening anything for you. There's a mid-side mode and left and right mode. So come back and turn on my effect. So now it's in stereo mode compared to when I was in what? Mid-side mode. You gotta watch out for that so it doesn't screw up. See the way the reverb sounds when I'm in mid-side mode, right? It's different from the way it sounds when I'm in left and right mode. Gotta watch out for that. I'm not sure why that is working like that. Now, last but not least, there's a mix knob on your compressor. Of course, you might want to compress the heck out of things here and mix it back in, which is good. And there's a mix knob on pretty much everything outside here, right? So we can, this is the entire plugin bypassed. This is the entire plugin being used. Entire plugin being used, entire plugin bypassed. So you can do some really crazy stuff in this old plugin. At the end of the day, even with limiting as well, and mix everything all the way back in, which is cool. I like it. It's a good idea, but it would be cool for them if they can initiate the dynamic EQing for those who will need it, and also to be able to move some plugins around. It comes with some preset. Okay, it's not like it didn't come with any preset. Comes with a bunch of preset. Like you can see, these are free presets you don't need to buy. But if you want more preset that you want to buy, you can buy them. You can buy their expansion pack. That's what it's called. So there are a lot of preset here. If you really know what you're doing, you may not necessarily need all of these expansion pack. Honestly speaking, if you know what you're doing, you don't need, I'm not using any of the preset. I'm just dialing in what works on my own voice that I like. Let me know if you guys like this plugin and if you guys will be copying it. I don't know. I think it's super expensive. I think you should wait for whenever they are doing the sale to buy it. And if you think you need it, you know, it's a one-stop shop that can do a bunch of things for you. The compressor, I forgot to mention that it has two modules, like the FET compressor and the VCA style. So again, if you think you need something that can do a bunch of things for you and you feel like this is a one, yeah, you can go for it full price as well. You know, there's nothing wrong in doing that. All right, let's go to the Mosings version and wrap out the video. Okay. I'm just having fun, man. While the reverb sounds good, I'm on the Lexi room, medium, a little bit of length and tail to it. Delay, quarter note delay, bunch of feedback, bunch of mix knob. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, let's get out of here. Peace.